Hello, in this video I'm going to teach you how to set up the Android application with React Native because I found it to be surprisingly more difficult than setting up the iOS version because the iOS version works right out of the box, but React Native, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to show you here, or first I'm just going to take the awesome project folder, or the project that they have you download from the Getting Started guide. That's like the hello world, and I'm just going to show you that it works. And then so the iOS version works, but when you try to run the Android version, so iOS works, I'll click enter, and it gives you or one of the errors that you're going to run into is that you don't have a local properties folder or file. I'm not sure why React Native doesn't do it for you, but what I had to do was create a file manually and call it local.properties. And then inside, I had to say sdk.dir or directory. And then we'll stop here and go back to here. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have Homebrew installed, and then once you have Homebrew installed, you want to install Android SDK. So to get to this page, all I had to click was Android Setup Guide. And then once you have the Android SDK installed, on another command line, you want to say Android. And then here's where you can install all of the dependencies that you need to have to use React Native and Android. And React Native will tell you what to download. So it tells you to download local Maven, whatever. But then up here it says Android. It's also called Android Support Repository for older versions, and that's what I had. But I already have everything installed because it says installed here. But if it wasn't installed, you would just check the boxes of everything that you need installed, then click install, and then you have to say accept for each one, and then after that you click install. But I already have everything installed, so I'm not going to install anything. So what we're looking for is the SDK directory, and that is right here. And on Stack Overflow, they were giving me a different answer, so it was really confusing. But that's not what I had to do. I had to do this, which was open up the SDK manager and then get the SDK path here. And for some reason, you can't copy it, so I just have to type it in manually. Okay, so I'll save the local properties file. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to have Genymotion installed, and they have a free version. So if you just go to pricing and then click individual, they have a free plan. So just download that. But before you open up Genymotion, you have to download VirtualBox. So if you go to virtualbox.org and click the big download button, there is these different files that you can download depending on what your operating system is. So I'm using a Mac, and so what I did was just click this and then installed it. So after you have VirtualBox installed and you have Genymotion installed, what we have to do from now, or from here, is, well, first I'll just close this because we don't need it anymore. Now I will open up Genymotion, and then you have to create a device if you don't already have one, and it's pretty simple. All you have to do is click add, and then it will give you a list of devices that you could add, and then click next, and then next, and then it will download it for you. But I already have these two devices downloaded, so I'll just select one, and then I'll click start, and then your simulator should pop up. So now when I say, or now when I run React Native run Android, it should not give me any errors. Okay, yeah, okay, so yeah, there you go. This took me a really long time to figure out how to do because um, the docs weren't clear to me. So I hope this video was helpful.